yo, what's happening? What's happening? What's the word? What's the word? It's your boy Niggnami, aka Nami. And we back at it again with another reaction. You know what I'm saying? Double today. Hopefully it's double today. If I did it right, it should be double today. You know what I'm saying? But today, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna hold y'all up real quick. We get into it. Saitama versus Popeye. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure Popeye's gonna win. Do I want to choose the underdog in this? I gotta think about that real quick. Because I like to choose the underdogs, you know what I'm saying? Like most times, like unless it's like blatantly obvious. Because One Punch Man, okay, I don't think he's that strong for his universe compared to other animes. But then I don't know, it's iffy for me. It depends. But he's like a gag character. So and then like this is a cartoon character. But then since this is a cartoon character, I don't think Popeye has ever I don't think his spinach has ever let him do something crazy like Saitama. So because I was like, you can't really hurt cartoon characters. But then I don't know. So without further ado, if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and join the society. You know what I'm saying? Join it. Just join. What's wrong with you? Gosh. And alright, y'all. Hey, comment down below what else you guys want to see before I start this video too. You know. Give it a couple seconds. Alright, let's get into it. Let's go ahead. Cause I'm ready to go ahead and watch this. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, what?
Saitama, the One Punch Man.
Popeye, the Sailor Man.
East versus West. Old versus new.
Healthy eating versus basic exercise.
These two warriors may seem ridiculous, but their unassuming exteriors belie impossible strength.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Life is pain, brutal and short. The challenges we face during our brief sojourn on this tiny blue marble are what make us human. They light a fire in our soul. They make it all worth something. Without them, we are lost.
Yeah, it's a little early in the day for an existential crisis, but luckily I came prepared.
For this failed salaryman, all it took to get that fiery passion back was to save this butt-chin child from a crab monster in underwear. That was a sentence.
This man.
Now, I just wanted to. I had scrolled down. His chin is cheeked up on a Monday afternoon. Let me stop. Nah, bro. Why is his chin look like two testicles, bro? Bro got Peter Griffin syndrome. This is sad.
Butt-chin child from a crab monster in underwear. That was a sentence.
This man was Saitama, and he was going to be a superhero.
And so he trained, pushing his body beyond its limits and shattering the boundaries of humanity.
So hard, his friggin' hair fell out.
Saitama's strength grew exponentially day by day, with the goal of becoming the greatest hero who ever lived.
And much to his horror, that's exactly what he got.
All it took was one punch.
Damn it!
He became too strong. He became the one, the only, the infamous Kate Baldy.
But anyone who's cool knows him as One Punch Man, as in he can't help but beat almost every opponent he's faced in exactly one punch. One friggin' punch! And this is a universe with some pretty whacked out monsters, like a giant who's over 1/4 kilometer tall and can stomp city-sized craters into the earth.
Or an Esper who can effortlessly pull giant meteors from outer space.
Or a Monster King who shaved off a continent from the Earth's surface and lifted it into the stratosphere. And Saitama's never even broken so much as a sweat fighting any of them.
During their battle, that same Monster King absorbed this huge chunk of the Earth's core and fired it at Saitama,
who blocked it by squirt gunning some lava at it. The lava he was bathing in, naked. And then he punched him. Surprise!
Saitama's created after images just by hopping side to side, defeated a martial arts master with his butt, and survived the inhospitable vacuum of space after being kicked all the way to the moon and before jumping back to Earth in about 16 seconds. That's 8% the speed of light.
Kinda like the time he blocked attacks from this alien dude who stated to move near light speed, or punch so fast his fist starts to blue shift. You know, that thing that happens when you approach the speed of light?
Saitama utilizes his absurdly superhuman strength and speed with techniques like his devastating normal punch. And if he wants to amp it up, the consecutive normal punches.
Are you kidding me? Those are his attack names? What kind of self-respecting anime protagonist is he?
Plain and simple, he's a satire of one. Instead of seeing his journey from the beginning and enjoying his struggle to the top, we join him when he's already there.
Basically, imagine if Goku went Super Saiyan in his fight against Jackie Chun. Kinda sucks all the drama out of it, doesn't it?
And that's the point. Far from the power fantasy the genre is known for, Saitama's life became an existential nightmare. Without suitable conflict, the struggle...
I mean, you come in now, because, I mean, I'm recording.
No, sorry. We got to get you a little sign to put up so when you record and we don't come in. So that way we're not knocking on the door.
Were you trying to say something?
No, I was just trying to tell you, I ended up not having to go. So if you wanted to go, we could go. I didn't know you got the green screen. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to go, we could go.
I'm about to be through this in a minute.
Okay.
And go check outside on the deck for me.
Who?
Could you go check outside on the deck for me?
What's up? What's outside on the deck?
Some wasps have flew in my face.
It probably flew off now. Unless there's a wasp nest out there.
Okay. Back to our scheduled programming. You know what I'm saying? Gotta leave in the realness of everything, you know?
that had heretofore defined him became meaningless. His new reality was inescapably boring.
Which is really saying something when he can decimate mountains without even hitting them, or shatter asteroids that rank a 9 on the Torino scale. For those not in the Torino, that's equal to 1 trillion tons of TNT. This guy's training must have been insane.
That would be 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups.
I'm finna do this. I mean, I could do it. I've done it before. Like, I've done like 200 push-ups, but even then it's like, but yeah, that's crazy.
100 squats and a 10-kilometer run every single day. And that's it.
You've got to be shitting me.
It doesn't make sense because it's not allowed to make sense. To be fair though, to someone who isn't already a trained soldier or athlete, keeping that workout routine
I got the munchies, so when I say this, bananas are good. Just understand that I like bananas. Like, I've always liked bananas since I was like a little kid. Like, when people like, ew, bananas, I was like, give me the banana. You know what I'm saying? Give me the apple. People be tripping off of bananas and like, they would love pineapples. And I love pineapples too, but people be picky over bananas.
every day for years is pretty much impossible.
While 100 push-ups and sit-ups are technically doable, especially if you space them out, doing 100 squats and then running half a marathon every single day would absolutely destroy your legs.
Put simply, effective workouts involve shredding muscle fibers at the micro level, then allowing them time to repair themselves more durable than before. This repair process requires hydration, consuming protein and carbohydrates, and lots of sleep.
But Saitama's workout schedule doesn't give them time to repair, which means he was basically just ripping himself to shreds over and over and over. After a few days, he shouldn't even have been able to move, but he just kept going.
There might be an explanation. Take the brilliant scientist Dr. Genus, whose half-century of research into evolution Saitama erased in, well, one punch. According to Genus's hypothesis, Saitama's training broke his limiter.
Basically, every living thing on Earth has a limit to their natural abilities. At some point, no matter how badass they are, they'll plateau. Wait a minute. Have I peaked? I gotta go to the gym!
Well, Saitama trained so hard, he literally defied the laws of nature and reality. He just breaks the logic of his world. He crushed the entire field of evolutionary biology in the palm of his hand.
And while
Well, it's probably tiny. Tough, bro. Tough.
he has stated that his strength did eventually stop growing, it's pretty clear he's never gotten close to showing it off in
I'm just making jokes, bro. Let me make jokes in my room. Let me make jokes in peace. Do I have that pleasure? Is it a crime? I don't think so.
full.
Such as when he fought the godlike alien conqueror Lord Boros, and finally broke out his serious punch. A blow where he punches a little harder than normal.
And reflected Boros' collapsing star-roaring cannon. Hey, see, that's an attack name. An energy blast that was going to blow up the friggin' planet. That's over 50 zetatons of TNT.
That's a lot of TNT. What is zetatons? The only Zeta that I know about is Zeta beams. And that was from like Young Justice. Bro, what is... Dang. How many zero? Well, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, what's the name? 18, 21. So about 19?
Like a quadrillion of the world's strongest nukes going off at once.
Despite his obvious and overwhelming power, Saitama's accomplishments were never officially recognized. As if no one in their right minds could believe a psych ward Charlie Brown could save the world.
Well, he doesn't seem to mind. Almost as if being removed from anything resembling conflict gave him a perspective on how tropey and contrived his world is. Only Saitama's the only one in on the joke, because who cares about how far up their own ass a supervillain is when you can just chill at home with your buds and play video games?
Maybe that was the real lesson all along. Not to value our lives based on our accomplishments, but on the time we spend living and enjoying life's simple pleasures.
I'll leave that to Saitama, and I can't think of anything more pleasurable than punching so hard my name becomes a byword for literally unbeatable.
You guys gotta understand what happened right there at that moment, bro. Of impact. Bro had destroyed a meteor in one punch, and bro had full force jumped his nuts on his fist.
A byword for literally unbeatable. The dude is the undisputed
And it moved.
king of broken anime characters. Because until Saitama finds his equal, he's gonna end all his fights in one punch! Popeye the Sailor Man.
I'm gonna let this one play all the way through because I don't think Popeye has any type of feats. I'll say this right now because he's a character. The only thing he has is like cartoon feats, but even then, Toon Force is a lot. But like, I don't think Popeye has that many feats. But let's see.
Hero, adventurer, sailor, man.
Oh, 2 against 1, huh? How do you like that?
Man, he sounds like he smokes a pack of Marlboro Factories every day. And if you ever wanted to know what angry cat sex sounds like, he can sing.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
How exactly do you know? Never mind. Popeye's origins are humble. Born to the cruelly named Poop Deck Pappy, Popeye was, immediately upon birth, horrifically ugly. So ugly, his father fled in embarrassment of his spawn and never returned.
So Popeye grew up with a chip on his shoulder and a pop in his eye, especially after discovering his higher calling, beating the snot out of people.
Don't worry, Popeye's fists are righteous, only spilling the snot of those who deserve it. Inspired by his adopted father, Whaler Joe, Popeye set out to put his combat prowess to the test and join...
Wait, hold on. Is that for real, bro?
Righteous, only spilling the snot of those who deserve it. Inspired by his adopted father...
Whaler Joe is black. Hey, y'all, can we get a round of applause, please? Black. Okay.
Whaler Joe, Popeye set out to put his combat prowess to the test and join the Navy, becoming a true sailor man.
It was there he learned the sweet science of boxing and to battle against World War II era racial stereotypes. I'm being non-specific, not just for sensitivity, but because there are so many examples.
Originating in the era of rubber hose animation, Popeye's body is essentially made of, well, rubber, able to stretch, twist, squish, and squash any way he likes.
Or rev up his arm for a punch that'll knock you around the planet.
Popeye's punches are fascinating since they can disincorporate their targets into composite elements, like turning anchors into fishhooks, an alligator into handbags, and several Native Americans. You know, I don't even want to know.
I think the reason's pretty simple, Wiz. He's a cartoon. He can basically do whatever he wants. He can shoot fire from his corncob pipe, pull a canyon closed, punch bolts of lightning out of the air, and even give the sun a black eye.
Judging by the distance the sun is from the Earth, as well as the time it took for the high striker puck to reach it, the puck must have been moving at 500 times the speed of light. In order to generate that force, Popeye must have swung his fist just as fast. Hell, he's even shadowboxed so fast, he's somehow occupied 2 places at once and hit himself.
So, was he just born this way? Is being ugly the secret to pulling insane bullshit superpowers out of your ass? Because if so, you might want to get on that, buddy.
Ha, no. The secret to Popeye's immense physical strength is simply the virtue of nutrition.
I knew you'd find a way to make it lame.
Specifically, Popeye has spent his life consuming a miracle herb that has turned him from a mere sailor into a veritable god. Spinach.
Propaganda straight from the bean counters at Big Vegetable. You'll never get me to eat my greens, damn you! It's only animal flesh and grain alcohol for me!
Originating in Persia, Spinachia oleracea is a leafy green nutrient and antioxidant-rich vegetable that can help prevent cancer and
I like how, you know, we're not gonna speak about
reduce blood pressure.
And apparently imbue your biceps with the power of God and anime.
While a normal can of spinach contains about 44 calories, when used in Popeye's world, its effects are multiplied. Not only does it immediately increase Popeye's already impressive strength and speed even further, it makes him virtually impervious to harm.
It lets him fly, turn invisible, shapeshift his body into literally anything, and even survive the universe getting turned off. That's right, this big whatever the hell that thing is apparently God, and he turned off reality in order to kill Popeye and his friends. Cause why not? Except guess what? Popeye was fine. Why? Because he eats his spinach.
I wonder what its nutritional content is like. Let's find out with math.
No!
A single can of spinach in Popeye's world was once able to grow a beanstalk so tall it reached into outer space, all the way to a nearby solar system, and shattered this stylized yellow star. By measuring the volume of this spinach stalk and including the caloric density of regular spinach, we can calculate one single can of Popeye's spinach contains over 46 undecillion calories. That's over 700 octillion times greater than the total calories the average person will consume over their entire life.
That's over 46 million Yoda tons of TNT, enough to destroy, well, a star, or enough to punch your annoying neighbor so hard that when they land, they tilt the Earth.
By measuring the angle of the planet after tilting, we can determine its axis was adjusted by about 13 degrees in less than a second. That's a speed of about 1.8 million meters per second.
I wonder, is that enough to power a rocket ship so fast it travels backwards in time? Yeah, 'cause that happened. I only know of one type of herb that'll take you through time. Whatever kind of spinach it is, it sure ain't normal.
Not true. Popeye doesn't consume some special magical spinach. Any kind will do, even if it's handed to him by the audience in the real world watching his cartoon.
He can summon cans to his side by whistling for them, praying to gods, painting them into reality, or just waving his hand. The dude has literally been disintegrated into nothingness, then his nothingness grabbed a spinach can out of nowhere and ate it. Nothing ate it. His nothing. And then he came back with his I don't know.
He can even punch so hard.
Let me stop right here. He regenerated with vegetables. He came back from nothingness.
He tears the film strip he's being animated on, or exit his cartoon to beat the shit out of his own animator.
So Popeye's basically fought 2 different versions of God and whooped their asses. You know, he's a pretty chill broski, considering he's basically a spinach-eating Lovecraftian nightmare.
But he's always down for a scrap, so if you decide to antagonize him, be aware you're messing with one of cartoon's all-time heavyweight champions. And, for your own sake, eat your fucking vegetables. All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, in case you're starting to feel those winter blues, check out BetterHelp.
Oh man, this scrap's always so expensive. No thanks.
Guys, can't stand no one bad-mouthing me spinach. Put 'em up, yes, big palooka.
Whatever.
Give me a 1 and a 2 and a 100 and a heat. That would be a pulley. Well, blow me down. You ain't got a scratch on yas.
I know, right? Overwhelming strength is so boring.
I can't read that.
Huh? Okay.
A little bit more interesting now.
I'm just a guy who's a hero for fun. Who the hell are you?
Yep, I am what I am, and that's all what I am. What do you know? How am I gonna get back home?
This is amazing! How did you get so strong?
It's me spinach.
Can this be? My heart's beating so fast. My muscles ache. I can feel them again.
That's all I can stand, 'cause I can't stand no more.
I never thought it would happen. A serious fight. I found it! Thank you, weird spinach mascot.
He took a big gamble, but now he is scrambled. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
KO! Well, I guess you could say that fight was over easy. Wait, except isn't Saitama's whole gag that he can't lose?
It is, but it's more nuanced than that. Despite breaking his limiter, Saitama's strength isn't limitless. He's said so himself.
Breaking his limiter meant his potential strength was likely infinite, but there's nothing left in his world powerful enough to push him to get stronger, like a bodybuilder stuck with 5-pound dumbbells.
He also doesn't possess some magical ability to kill someone in one punch regardless of effort. Powerful adversaries like Boros and Garo have survived his blows repeatedly, albeit briefly, and he's never met anyone quite like Popeye the Sailor Man.
According to the mangaka, One Punch Man's gag is that Saitama is an anime protagonist at the end of his series, slapped in at the beginning of his series, where he's too strong to have a challenge.
So, if we know Saitama's strength does have a limit, what is it?
We know he can deflect Boros' planet-destroying blast, but he was clearly super casual about it. He may have called it his serious punch.
He has never transformed something when he has what's the name? Punch something.
But that's the joke. He's only now getting kind of serious.
In order
Well, no, he breaks physics, so it's like a line.
to get as generous a number as possible, let's assume Saitama was exerting the least amount of effort he could to throw that punch. Since he's still technically a human, we can assume the ratio between the least amount of effort possible and the most is relatively consistent with other humans. Let's just say he burned the equivalent of only 1 calorie relative to the strongest punch ever recorded, which was over 1,000 joules. For reference, the average person burns about 1 calorie a minute doing absolutely nothing. So this is assuming Saitama is literally as casual as physically possible.
That'd make his strongest punch about 200 times greater than his weakest. Using Boros' energy blast as a base, Saitama's theoretical strongest punch would be over 11 yotatons of TNT. That's absolutely insane. Enough to annihilate Uranus 4 times over.
Well, that's impressive.
And enough to destroy Uranus 4 times.
But that's still far less than
I feel bad for his wife.
Popeye's star-busting power, which was millions of times greater. Sure, this is only an estimate. We don't know Saitama's full strength exactly. But the point is, whatever it may be, it can be measured.
That's right, but trying to compare them with just numbers isn't the whole story.
While Saitama can break his world fairly easily, it's still a semi-realistic world that generally obeys the laws of physics.
Popeye in his world, on the other hand, can't really be measured at all. The dude's occupied 2 places at the same time, ripped the film strip he's animated on, and knocked out the guy drawing him. Can't do math to figure that out. Popeye's just on a whole other level of bullshit.
Even if Saitama was strong enough to kill Popeye in 1 punch, Popeye has survived being fully disintegrated, only to recover good as new. Hell, God turned off all of reality and Popeye just ignored it.
And on the flip side, there was nothing stopping Popeye from just turning Saitama into a bunch of eggs, which he can do without spinach. So even if Popeye was weaker, he'd still have a way to finish the job in 1 punch.
Saitama was easily one of the strongest combatants we've ever seen, but pure strength was no match for Popeye's insane power, survivability, and plain old cartoon shenanigans.
If you thought nothing could match the One Punch Man, now you know Popeye's spinach can.
The winner is Popeye.
And on that, y'all, I might have to end that right there because I don't even know what to say, man. I only have to look at the comments. Bro, what the heck? Bro, really? Bro had literally turned him into an egg. Alright, y'all. If y'all enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and join the society. You know what I'm saying, man? That was my pops that came in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, my family might come in from time to time whenever I make videos or whatever. But Popeye, I ain't gonna cap. Popeye remind me of Luffy, so it's kind of wild. And anyway, y'all, it's your boy Niggnami, aka Nami. Deuces, you feel me? You dig? Time to log out.